Hello friends, how are you? You all are welcomed in your very beautiful channel Mathematical Logics by Abhijit Mishra. So friends, today I am with a very good news. That is, I am in starting an entirely free foundation course for class 8 with my hand typed notes with many creative ways of writing for all NTSC, KVPY and all competitions along with Olympiad. I will provide you different facilities, questions, my screen shared, my handwritten notes. So let's begin with our very first chapter, that is basic for class 8. So please like, subscribe and share my channel and hit the bell icon. Now friends, you are able to see my screen in the front of you. It's written chapter 1 units and measurements. We know that all these parts comes under the physics. So before studying anything we must know all about the physics. So what is a physics? The branch of science that deals with the nature and its law is called a physics. Physics is all about nature, what we deal with the nature. So we are very clear with the physics. Now let's move to the other part, that is a physical quantity. The quantity that can be measured is called a physical quantity. Or in other word, if you want to define, you can define the quantities used for measuring different laws and defining different laws of physics is called a physical quantity. Physical quantity comprises of a unit and a numerical value that we will study later. Now I will explain about the types of physical quantity. Physical quantity is divided into two types, that is the fundamental quantity and the derived quantity. It may be clear to some of us that the fundamental quantities are the quantities that are independent of themselves. They do not dependent upon other quantities. For example, they are 7 in number. We can't give an example. They are exactly 7 in number. That is length, mass, electric current, temperature, time, amount of substance and luminous intensity. Now let's deal with derived quantity. The quantity that is derived from the fundamental quantities and other physical quantities is called a derived quantity. So a derived quantity are many such as volume, motion and many others that are the combination of two fundamental quantity. For example, we can take an example about force. Force is mass into acceleration. That is, we know mass is a fundamental quantity and acceleration is equal to meter per second square. So meter is the measurement of length and second square is the measurement of time. So we have seen that force, that is a derived quantity, is the mixture of three fundamental quantity, that is mass, length and time. Now let's give example of unit. Units are also classified into two types. First of all, see the definition of unit. Unit are unit are something that is used to measure a fixed amount of fundamental quantity, a fixed unfixed amount of fundamental quantity. With the help of units, we can measure a certain amount of fundamental quantity with with a fixed value. For example, if you have 20 apples and you have to measure the apple, then consider the fixed value, that is 5 apple. You can consider that 5 apple is equal to 1 unit. Then you can say I have 4 unit of apple. Similarly, many other examples can also be taken. Like in graph, you have considered that in pictogram you considered a few amount of anything as a 1 unit and you measure that amount of thing in consider to one scale unit. Now let's come to the classification of unit. Unit is classified into two types, that is fundamental unit and derived unit. It's just as same as quantities. The units of fundamental quantity is called fundamental unit and the units of derived quantity is called derived unit. Also there is a fixed limitation of fundamental unit. There were 7 fundamental quantities, so there are 7 fundamental units also. They are meter, kilogram, time, for time second, and for electric current ampere, for amount of substance mole, for luminous intensity candela, and for temperature Kelvin. So we have completed our topic. Now let's see system of units. Units are classified under a fixed system, that is known as system of units, which is followed in all over the world. There are four system of units. One is followed in all over the world, and the other three are were previously followed, but now they are not in consideration. The first is foot pound second system. Foot is the measurement of length, pound is measurement of weight, and second is the measurement of time. CGS system, that is centimeter gram second, centimeter for length, gram for weight, and second for time. Again MKS system, that is meter for length, kilogram for mass, and second for time. And the last one is SI system, that is followed internationally in all over the world, and the SI unit for different quantities is different and fixed. So we are seeing a table below, that there are mentioned few of the fundamental quantities and their different units. It's mentioned the SI unit of length, that is meter, mass, kilogram, time, second, amount of substance mole, luminous intensity candela. After that it's temperature Kelvin, and strength of electric current or flow of electric current, that is ampere. Apart from this, there are many other SI units such as Newton. We have seen for acceleration it's meter per second square, for pressure it's Pascal, and for energy it's joule, and many other. For work also it's joule. So that's all in today's class. Friends, I have provided you my hand typed notes. So please like, subscribe, and share my channel and help me to carry on my course. Thank you very much. Thank you.